The Bold and the Beautiful Friday, August 23 recap. Drugged Steffy collapses after figuring out Luna's the killer. The Bold and the Beautiful B&B. Spoilers recap for Friday, August 23, reveals that Bill Spencer reminded Luna Nozowa that she couldn't kiss him despite the new paternity results proving they weren't father and daughter. Luna caught a glimpse of Steffy Forrester in the nearby mirror and got rattled, so she left in a hurry while Steffy hid around the corner. Steffy eventually ran after Luna and forgot the phone she came back for in the process. Once Bill was alone, he summoned Lee Finnegan to question her about the paternity test results. Bill pointed out that according to a new test, and then a backup one to be extra sure, Luna wasn't his daughter. Although Bill wondered if Lee might have rigged the original results, she denied it and offered to take a polygraph test. Bill asked if Lee thought Poppy rigged the results instead, but Lee didn't know, though she didn't think her sister was a murderer. Lee insisted someone set Poppy up, but Bill struggled to understand why someone would do that. R.G. Forrester also spread the paternity updates at Forrester Creations, so Brooke Logan, Ridge Forrest, and Katie Logan all felt sorry for Luna once they heard the news. Once Luna arrived at her old apartment, Steffy showed up to confront her about the kiss she saw her planting on Bill. Luna made excuses and acted like she was just going through a lot, especially since it looked like Poppy might be responsible for the deaths at Il Giardino. Steffy accepted a glass of tea from Luna and pointed out that she'd had quite the rise now that she was living at the Spencer estate. As Steffy drank the tea, she put it together that Luna had a lot to lose if Tom Starr, Clint Howard, was her father. Steffy said it was all starting to make sense and realized that Luna kissed Bill because she wanted him all to herself. It dawned on Steffy that Luna was the kind of person who'd do whatever it takes to get the money and power she wanted, even if it meant murder. Steffy reeled as she realized Luna killed Tom and Paul Hollis W. Chambers, but she began feeling woozy from the obviously drugged tea. As Steffy's vision became fuzzy, she collapsed on the floor with Luna standing over her. Based on our B&B predictions, Luna will continue to make wild moves that leave Steffy in jeopardy, so don't miss all the excitement. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say things will get worse for Steffy before they get better, so stay tuned. CDO's where you want to be for great Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, predictions, updates, and news, so make us your go-to B&B source. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Soap Spectrum. I am Emily here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. The Bold and the Beautiful Monday, August 26 spoilers. Finn spills troubling news. Luna plots Steffy's grim exit. The Bold and the Beautiful B&B. Spoilers for Monday, August 26, reveal that John Finn Finnegan will head to Forrester Creations, where he'll spill some troubling news. Finn will definitely worry about his marriage now that Steffy Forrester has announced she needs some time on her own. Steffy pushed for a break to sort through some things alone and doesn't want Finn to contact her. We'll see Finn vent about all this to Brooke Logan and Ridge Forrester, so Ridge may be particularly concerned about Steffy's plans for solitude. It was a tough blow when Steffy found out Hope Logan kissed Finn, so Ridge may not be sure it's a good idea for her to leave town right now. Then again, perhaps Ridge will trust Steffy's judgment on this and urge Finn to just be patient with her. We could see Ridge throw a little blame Finn's way if he thinks Steffy's husband didn't do enough to deter Hope from locking lips with him. As for Brooke, she may have to listen to Finn bad-mouthing Hope for making such a mess of his marriage. Meanwhile, Steffy will find herself in quite a jam at Luna Nozowa and Poppy Nozowa's old apartment. Soap rule number 1 is don't accept suspicious beverages from shady people you're confronting, but Steffy guzzled the tea Luna gave her anyway. By the time Steffy figured out Luna was the killer, she was too woozy to escape and collapsed on the floor. On Monday's B&B episode, Steffy will awaken inside a cage and flip out over Luna holding her against her will. To make matters worse, the building is set to be demolished, so Luna will plot a grim exit for Steffy and hope to silence her permanently. Our predictions hint that a dramatic rescue will happen sooner or later, but the situation will look bleak for Steffy until then. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Steffy will wonder how she's going to get out of this mess, especially since she left her phone behind at Bill Spencer's, Don Diamond, place. Some curveballs are still to come in this storyline, so stick with us for updates on all the surprises related to Steffy's dilemma. CDL's where you want to be for sizzling bold and the beautiful spoilers, predictions, updates, and news, so stop by often for more B&B info. The bold and the beautiful week of August 26 preview. Steffy locked up in Luna's cage. Bill visits jailed Poppy. The bold and the beautiful B&B spoilers preview video for the week of August 26 to 30 reveals that Deacon Sharp, Sheila Sharp, and Katie Logan will all spend some time mulling over the whole Poppy Nozawa situation. Deacon will think the idea of Poppy killing Tom Starr and Paul Hollister is surreal, but Katie will just be glad that maniac is out of Bill Spencer's life. Meanwhile, Bill will pay a jailhouse visit to Poppy, who'll swear that she's innocent and hope Bill believes her. Poppy will insist she's been framed and perhaps plead with Bill to help Lee Finnegan find the person responsible. Of course, Steffy Forrester just cracked the case after confronting Luna Nozawa about the kiss she planted on Bill. That led to Steffy figuring out Luna must be to blame for Hollis and Tom's deaths. Unfortunately, Steffy made the mistake of drinking the tea that Luna offered her, which was obviously drugged. It wasn't long until Steffy passed out, so B&B spoilers say she'll be at Luna's mercy during the week of August 26 to 30. Since Steffy told John Finnegan that she needed some time away, he'll complain to Ridge Forrester and Brooke Logan about his wife leaving town. Although Finn wanted Steffy to stay and work through all the drama of Hope Logan's Annika Noel lip lock, she declared that she was leaving and warned him not to reach out to her. Finn will no doubt rant about the mess Hope caused and wish that Steffy had been willing to talk things out. It'll be hard for Finn to honor Steffy's request to leave her alone right now, so that may work out in Steffy's favor since she desperately needs a hero. The bad news is Steffy left her phone at Bill's place, so it can't be tracked to Luna's old apartment. The good news is that forgotten phone should eventually alert Bill and others to the fact that something's off. In the meantime, Steffy will wake up locked inside a cage and realize Luna is even crazier than she thought. Luna will apparently plan to leave Steffy there once the building's demolition gets underway, so Steffy's about to find herself in grave danger. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Luna will prove she's totally out of control, so stick with us for more twisted predictions and updates on all the shockers ahead. CDL's where you want to be for the hottest bold and the beautiful spoilers, predictions, updates, and news, so make us your top B&B source. Holy cliffhanger. Bold and beautiful just pulled the rug out from under us, and what comes next is even crazier. Well, it looks like Bold and Beautiful is going the shock and awe route where their murder mystery is concerned. And man, did this week deliver. We started with an inappropriate kiss and ended with what looked an awful lot like. Well, let's discuss what it looked like, shall we? Going, not so fast. When Steffy began talking about leaving town, I didn't get it. I should have, but I didn't. All I could think was that if my enemy kissed my husband, my mom had just returned and my company was having some difficulties, I sure as heck wouldn't be packing up and getting out of Dodge. But of course, the plan was never for Steffy to actually leave. It was all to set up that amazing Friday cliffhanger in which she barged on over to Luna's place and wound up downing some tainted tea. I mean, cliffhangers don't come much bigger than, did Luna just kill Steffy? Lady in a cage. Now, I think we all know that Steffy ain't gonna die, especially since the scenes for next week showed her in a cage. But we also know that Luna and Poppy's apartment is in a building that's slated to be torn down, and everyone thinks that Steffy took off to get her head together. The real questions don't necessarily revolve around Steffy's fate so much as they do Luna's actions. Did she really kill Tom and Hollis, then set her mom up for the crime? And are we to believe that she faked the initial paternity test? If so, to what end? One thing I'll admit, this is 100% not how I saw this story playing out, and I couldn't be more thrilled about that. Most bold and beautiful plots are as predictable as me failing algebra class. Random thoughts. They could not have worked harder to make sure everyone knew who Taylor was and how she fit into the scheme of things. There were a lot of bad lines like, "Of course Brooke Logan's daughter is kissing my daughter's husband." Speaking of kissing, I was wildly amused by Steffy repeatedly saying, "Her lips touched yours?" Yes, Steffy, that's what a kiss is. Oh, and is it just me, or is it wildly hypocritical of Steffy to be attacking Finn for having let Hope kiss him when she has yet to reveal to her hunky hubby that Liam planted not one but two unwanted pecks on her? Bill lobs an accusation at Lie, and Steffy's confrontation with Luna takes a sinister turn. Friday, August 23, 2024. Today on The Bold and the Beautiful, Bill questions Lee about the paternity test. Katie learns Bill isn't Luna's father, and Steffy puts the pieces together. All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, Soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. At Bill's place, Steffy's jaw drops when she sees Luna kiss her supposed father. At Forrester, Brooke tells Ridge it was quite a surprise seeing Taylor at the office. Ridge explains she's back to restart her practice. Brooke thinks Steffy will be happy, but the timing was bad. Ridge exclaims that her daughter crossed the line. This is a big deal. Brooke understands why he's upset. She's concerned too and will handle Hope. Ridge thanks her. At least Steffy and Finn are oak. Brooke coos, and so are we. Suddenly, Archie comes in and tells them, Bill isn't Luna's father after all. Ridge asks about the paternity test. Archie says someone must have altered the results. Katie walks in, and Archie asks if she knows about the paternity test. Brooke tells her Bill took her advice. Archie explains that Bill took 2 new paternity tests, and they both came back the same. Bill is not Luna's father. At Bill's place, Steffy listens in horror as Bill says to Luna, "Luna, I told you, you can't kiss me like that. Even though I'm not your father, it can't happen again." Luna apologizes. She's just never met a man like him before. "Ever since the day we met, I just felt this connection between us, like you were this missing piece." Glancing at the mirror, Luna realizes Steffy's in the foyer listening. As Luna's heart beats, Bill offers to get her some help. She gathers herself, turns back to him, and thanks him. "I should probably get going." Bill tells her she doesn't have to. Luna has to take care of some work stuff. Steffy ducks out of sight, and Luna exits. Steffy follows her out without Bill noticing, but she leaves the cell phone she came back to retrieve on the side table just inside the door. In the main office, Katie says she'll reach out to Bill. Archie says Luna and Bill are the only ones who know besides them. Katie goes over how she put the pieces together about Poppy. Clearly, this was all part of a plan to get to Bill's wealth. Brooke wonders where that leaves Luna. Archie just knows she's really vulnerable right now. At Bill's place, he thanks Lee for coming. She asks about Luna. Bill says she's oak, but she's not my daughter. Lee asks confused. Bill explains that given Poppy's arrest, he decided to retest, and the results were negative. He did a backup test, and the results were negative on that one too. He asks Lie if she manipulated the results of the original paternity test. Lie denies it. She would never do anything so unethical. She and her sister haven't been close, Why would I help her? She's happy to take a polygraph test to prove it. Bill sighs, I believe you. Somebody rigged that test. Do you think it was Poppy? Lai isn't sure, but one thing she knows for sure. Poppy is a gold digger, but murder? No, somebody set her up. Luna lets herself into her old apartment and curses herself for being so careless. Steffy may have seen me kiss Bill. Just then, Steffy appears and walks in. Luna chirps, Steffy, what are you doing here? Steffy narrows her eyes. I know what you're up to, Luna. In the main office, Brooke, Katie, Ridge, and RG marvel that Poppy was more dangerous than they thought. Katie's just glad the killer is behind bars. RG finds it so odd. Poppy never gave him the impression that she cared about material things. They all feel bad for Luna, who she used to manipulate him. RG laments that she really came to love Bill. In Luna's apartment, she tells Steffy that her mother's arrest has been hard. As if that wasn't painful enough, she found out Bill's not really her father. Steffy asks, is that why you kissed him? It wasn't a sweet, innocent kiss. She understands this is a difficult time, but she needs to look inward and realize this is wrong. Luna pours her a drink and says, it's really hot out there. She tells Steffy she's mortified by what happened. I know it was so wrong of me to kiss Bill. She goes on about how much has been going on in her life. Steffy sips her drink and asks if she's trying to justify her behavior. Luna says not at all, but Bill is a very attractive man. Maybe it was just a transference of feelings. Steffy asks what about her mom, and RJ, that's your boyfriend. Who are you, Luna? She sips her drink again. In the main office, Ridge tells RJ he has every reason to be concerned about Luna. He just wants to help her. Katie says none of this is Luna's fault, but these are odd circumstances. RG says his girlfriend is going to stay with Bill and is spending a lot of time at his place. At Bill's place, he asks Lai why someone would set up Poppy. What would they have to gain? At the apartment, Luna sips her drink and Steffy follows suit. Luna rambles about freaked out Steffy must have been to see her kiss Bill, especially when she didn't know they weren't father and daughter. They've both lost a lot and are the only ones who understand what it feels like. I don't know, maybe that's why I kissed him. Steffy points out she's talking about the man who was dating her mother. Luna says her feelings are all over the place right now, especially considering her mother might be responsible for the deaths at Il Giardino. Steffy tells Luna this isn't her. What happened to the young woman who worked at Forrester, who is dating her brother RJ? You were living with him at the beach house, and now you're living at the Spencer estate. Huh, quite the rise. Luna asks what she's implying. Steffy says her mother had an affair with Tom Starr, who insisted he was her father, and now he's dead. Luna says her mother loves Bill and the life he's given them. Her mother said she'd do anything for her. Steffy nods, huh. Yeah, I guess Poppy had so much to lose if Tom Starr was your father. You had so much to lose too, right? She sips her drink and muses. Look at the life you have now. Your future's set. Everything's fine. You're living at Bill Spencer's house. Oh my God, it's all starting to make sense. That's why you kissed Bill. You want him all to himself. Is that who you are? The kind of person who will do anything it takes to get what you want. Money, power, even if it means murder? Steffy realizes, I'm right. You did it. You killed Tom and Hollis. Luna slowly smiles. Steffy begins to get fuzzy-headed and sways as she struggles to focus on Luna's face. She looks at the nearly empty glass in her hand, and it falls to the floor and smashes. Steffy collapses and Luna stands over her.